Hi, Cancer. Happy February. I hope you are doing well. Okay. There's you've got a whole, I think you're going through something here that is spiritual, karmic, whatever you want to put on it, whatever words you want to put on it. But I feel that there's karma at play in here. And I think that the component of this that the answer, there's a higher, I think if something is not going on in here health-wise with someone that you're aware of, and by that I mean a balanced state of being, a healthy state of being, mind, body, soul, all of that. I think that, okay, but you've got the message that I'm really getting loud and clear. I'm feeling it like in my gut. So this is going to be about an action that needs to be taken, like you'll need to make a decision on something. But I think that you're going to have to look at a different, there's a higher way that you've got to, and by that I mean, I think it's different. I think it's a different way of either how you're trying to make the decision on it. It's not practical. It's not a practical thing. It's a spiritual thing. So you're going to need to maybe tweak how you're looking at this or how you're going about making this decision. I think the decision in and of itself is where this where this nugget is. I just feel like this, like something is not, I think you might be looking at something from the wrong perspective. Like there's a different, you're supposed to be looking at this in a different way. We'll figure this out. It's definitely karma at play though, and I think that it's in the decision that you make itself. Like making a decision is where this is. So maybe in the past or something has gone on and you sat on the fence or you approached it from a different way. You'll know what this is. This is something that you're not going to not know about this. You may just not know. You may still not know how to go about this. Like there's either, this could be someone's psychological state also. You know what I mean? Like from an outside perspective, you may be looking at someone different and they're experiencing something on the inside. So maybe something in that regard. I know this is a little, we'll figure it out. But the reason I say that is because you come in, this is you in here, is the Two of Coins. This is not, this is like too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too much. You're going to need to, it's not balanced. You're going to need to figure out what it is that you've got control over and what it is that you don't, and find a new balance in that. Okay, and this is how the world is seeing you, how others see you, is the Page of Coins. This is, there's a difference here. This could be someone too that's going through something with like multiple personalities. There might be something psychological that just needs to be looked at in a different way. I'm not saying that someone is emotionally unstable. I'm just saying that there's something here, and it's karmic, and it's on the health. So it's something that's not balanced. Mind, body, spirit is out of whack here, because this is how you're showing up, and this is how you're being perceived. This always tells me, with this many coin cards in here, that one, there's karma at play, but it's usually in a decision that was made on the behalf of someone else, or it's in the decision itself. I know this sounds absurd, but I think that there's multiple people involved in whatever this is. So maybe one of your children, or maybe a parent, or there's somebody whose well-being, or yours, that is being overseen by someone else. So that's where I'm going to go with that. But I think that this has been something that is not new. It's something that has been going on, and the process will still take time. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right. Now, you're anchored in the 8 of coins. Okay? This is, like I say, it's something, this is the distant past. This is something that's been going on for a while. And maybe it's too how you are able to function, or how you're functioning in your day-to-day life. You know what I mean? Incorporating it all in there. The how you make the decisions that you make on your home front, how you make the decisions you make for your family, for work, for life in general, decision-making processes perhaps. But this is a card, though, that says that you need a different way, a higher way, a different perspective, or a different way of looking at something. There's a higher reasoning behind whatever this is. I know what this sounds like, but I really feel like I'm disheveled. Now, the 5, that usually comes into play too when I'm reading for someone who's going through something very, very, like they're either grieving really deeply, or they're just not in a really good space, right? And in the past, you've got the 5 of coins. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 5 coin cards out of the gate here. That's a lot of earth energy, a lot of fixed energy, but coins are also our spiritual health and how we're aligned with that. And I feel like this is something that's like karma playing out. And don't think karma is a we have to look at this again. It's unfinished business that needs to be, whatever it is, how you take care of yourself, anything. But coins are on a spiritual level. They can be your body, they can be your mind, there's something higher. I really keep feeling higher than, it's not what it is. You know what I mean? There's something like that. And I think that this might be, you may need to be making a decision on something, or doing something different, or trying something that you might not be able to see the end process yet. And sometimes we don't see the end. And I'm pointing this out because this is feeling very much like a reading. If I were reading for someone privately, it would be where I'm being cut off, because this is something that the person either can't handle yet, or it's not like verbally something I should be saying. It's something they're needing to experience. That's kind of the feel I'm getting for this. I realize what this sounds like, but it is what it is, so it's pretty significant, okay? The 5 of coins in the past here is someone either being really depressed, not in a really good state, needing someone to make a decision for them, or they're really feeling disconnected. You know what I mean? Like they're just feeling really disconnected. And with these energies, these are pretty intense, deep energies where we can really feel like we don't know whether we're coming or going. It can be something like that. But this, I have a feeling, is something already in play. Like this is not something new, especially with the 8 down here. This is like you're capped out here. This has been going on this way for a long time, and now we need to look at it from a different way. We need to acquire more in however we're trying to balance this out, is what I'm saying. Okay, so where you are now is the Ace of Wands. Okay, this is actually the energy behind something here. I'm going to need to look at this one for a minute and pull more cards. Because the Ace of Wands is our life force energy. It's either we've got, so something, might be out of balance too, as far as your electrolytes. It could be, something in your diet playing a role in something that's not functioning correctly. Like there's something within you internally that's not functioning correctly. But this would be example, and I'm not giving you medical advice in any way, shape, or form, but this would be something that was like a transitory kind of thing, right? It's karmic. It's going to hit your body. You're going to react to it in a certain way. Say you get hot flashes, or something happens, your hair falls out, just an example. But these things sometimes where you go to 5 different doctors and no one can figure out what the heck it is. It's something karmic. And I know, depending upon what your belief systems are, I've seen this happen. It's happened to me, and it's happened to clients that I've had. And this is kind of what I'm feeling here. There's something that, say you've gone to 5 doctors and they can't figure out why your teeth keep bleeding or whatever. It could be some kind of transit here with these energies that is triggering this. So it could be something like that. Your electrical system, your nervous system, your respiratory system. It could be something like that, is what I'm pointing out. So if you're blowing through doctors trying to figure something out, this is what it could be. But I'm not a doctor. I can't say anything more on that. But in a private reading, I could get closer to what this actually is. But I think there's a higher reasoning behind whatever this is. All right. Now, what I've got here, this is you, right? The Temperance card. And it's the undertaking. And that's why I say it's what you've got to do here in this situation. And the Temperance card it's a card of protection, though. Like it's health protected, but it's another reason why I'm really leaning towards this being something that is showing up. It's karmic, but it's showing up in like a repeated health thing that you're getting, right? But the Temperance card is all about doing something new from a different perspective. Like, come at this differently. Maybe after what I say and you don't believe in any of this stuff, and you think, well, maybe there is something to this. How would you look at it different then? Maybe that's the answer, because I feel this reading is about a decision in and of itself is the karma. Like, making the decision is where this nugget lies. I know. All right. Now, what you need, the behavior that you need to adapt here is, again, this is a new way of bringing something forward. This is all about intellect, about how you're doing something, how you're practicality wise going at something. What moves this forward. This is how I'm processing something in motion. How you process something is this card, and that is what you need to change in here. It's how you need to adopt something. So say it would be the exact opposite. Say this is something that you're trying to treat within yourself with, I don't know, say you're going the medicinal route and it's not working. And maybe, you need to go about it in a different way. Whatever it is, however you've gone about it, whatever it is until this point, you've got to adopt a different way of tackling this. I really feel in here, I know that this is where you're at right now, and that is getting clear about a decision, getting really clear about something. And this is the decision that you need to get clarity on. Okay? Because this is how the outside is affecting you, and how it's affecting you, and how it affects you. So this is a card of forward movement, getting through this, but it's through, I know I need to do this. I know I need to do this, but I don't know, one, what it's going to look like. I'm terrified. I don't know if it will work, but I know that how things are can't stay like this. So I need to look at something differently. I need to process something differently. I need to explore something differently. Come at something differently. But this is a card, the Six of Swords, it's going on to something different, and it comes right after this card. That's why I'm thinking it's the decision itself is what this is around. And the outbound card is the Chariot. This is a card too in this arena for you. It's a victory card, but it's through this. And that's what I really keep feeling. There's something not aligned here. Energies, maybe someone's got too much fire in their diet and they need to cool it down a little bit. Again, I can't say what this is, but I feel it's something that's affecting you health-wise. But it needs to change. It can't go on further like this. It needs to change. You see here? We need to do, this whole reading is about shifting what you've been doing for a long time. Shifting it in a different way, making a different direction. The Chariot card gets moving because we do something different. We see something different. We approach something different. We go at something in a different manner. And I have a feeling that you don't quite know yet what this is. So I'm sorry, but this is how it's gonna, it's a strong feeling I've got here. Because this is going at something that's been in play for a long time in a different way. We need to look at it in a different way. It's like a whole new chapter of doing something. Say I have to stick to the fact that I feel that this is on a health front. It could be too, right? It could be how you go about your day-to-day, how you go about your work routine, how you go about your finances. It could be anything. It depends where this sits. If this is sitting in your first house, it's absolutely hitting your body. The first house is all about your body, your faculties, how you see things. Wherever your sun is sitting, that would be the energy source, right? Well, look at it this way. If you're a Cancer rising, just an example would be, no matter what, you've got a full house in Capricorn, wherever that house sits for you. If it's, I didn't do yet Capricorn, I'm going to do them next. Watch that reading. It'll give you I'll specifically ask for the other half of this. But this again is about action in something, in a decision-making process, but from probably a box that you've not looked at it from before. But that is where this nugget is. It's in the decision you make around whatever this is. And I'm sorry, but I've got messages. They've got to trump the cards in here. Okay, so that's what I've got. I hope that I helped you. If you need a private reading, I do know what this sounds like. If you need a private reading, we can look at this further. Give me a minute, please. The Temperance card I'm glad to see here because that is divine intervention, and that's why I say I think there's a piece of this that I'm not supposed to be seeing yet to be able to give you, because the decision in and of itself is your karma. I can't give that to you. And I'm specifically being blocked from that. But the good thing is the Chariot card is the final card in this reading. And it's all about all of these cards up the road here. Are all about movement. All about movement. Okay? Six of Swords. Sixes are unfinished business. They're karmic business. This is you're going on to something, and you may need to just have faith enough in yourself and the divine to move this bus forward. Because the Temperance card is a card of finding maybe this part of yourself. In a different place. You've got a lot of cards. If you've got someone in your family that, you know, you may need to now care for, it could be something like that too, where you now, the karma in itself could be like, maybe you need to take care of this person now, or maybe this person needs to take care of you now, or there's something in here about making that kind of decision. But you've got to, I don't feel you're looking at it in the right way. I hope that that helps you. But let me see what this past 5 of coins is here. All right. Again, in the past, we've got the 5 of coins, right? That's feeling alone, isolated, not seeing something correctly. And the 10 of Swords in the reverse is saying that it's different. You're looking at it differently. This is a health issue. I've got to put it out here. I'm not giving you any kind of health advice in any way, but this is a health related issue for sure. And the 10 of Swords in reverse is saying, again, it's not over. It's all in how you make the decision here. All right. This is good news. Okay. You've got the Ace of Coins. This is, again, it's starting something new. You'll clear the clouds here. You'll figure this out. The 8 of Coins, too, is good health. It's something, it's a new start in something. So, again, maybe you've been on a certain medication and now maybe it's the thing that's been causing the problem. Just an example. But the Ace of Coins is a good thing. But again, you've got an awful lot of coin cards in here. This is spiritual. I can't put it any other way. I would be not honoring yourself or myself. This is something definitely spiritual. So in my experience, how these things go are not the practical kind of way. You're going to need to approach this differently. That Knight of Swords too may be a doctor's advice on something where you thought, I don't know, I've never thought about that before, right? It's a different approach. You're go look for what you're looking for somewhere else. That's where you'll find the answer. Yep, and you will. You will find the answer. This is finding the answer. It's just, again, though, through the eyes of a different lens. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. I realize this. Watch Capricorn's reading. I'm going to do that now. Okay, but this I think is a spiritual health thing. It's a karmic thing in play. And sometimes I feel for this, it's the decision itself. I hope that helps. Okay, so there you go.